Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you read by the title, we are reviewing the Anastasia, ooh, I don't know if you guys get in the glare, the Anastasia Norvina palette volume 4. And I'm kind of going to do a little bit of a comparison to the other palettes and how I feel. If you know me, or if you see, like I said, I say this in the video as well, I do use the Norvina palettes a lot. I do enjoy them a lot. They have been some of my favorite palettes. Color-wise, just pigment-wise, they are great. But I'm going to compare this one, which to me seems to be the odd bunch out. I believe she said this is her re-edition or her revival of her OG Norvina palette, which is the little purple one. It's like this big. I do not own that one. It wasn't my cup of tea. So you will see my opinion on this. A slight eye tutorial. That's not a tutorial, but just me using it in my first impressions, because this is honestly this video was my first time using it. I bought it. I had waited a little bit to film because some stuff was going on, but I waited for you guys to use it. I did. I can't say I really did swatches because I didn't. But yeah, just, you know, my opinion and see if it's the same quality and give you that same oomph as the other three. So if you would like an honest review, because I love Norvina's palettes, so I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, especially because I don't get sponsored. I bought this with my own money. But yeah, so I spent the $60. Yes, it cost $60 on it. And like I did with the other ones, I bought all of my Norvina palettes. So you're going to get my honest review, and we're gonna see if you guys are interested in this palette. So stay tuned and let's get it started. Okay, so as you guys know, we're here to talk about Norvina Volume 4. I know the lighting in the back probably is a lot different. I usually film at nighttime. I decided to film in the day. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds in the background, but this is what we're talking about. Norvina Volume 4. I was actually excited she made a Volume 4 because I have Volume 1 through 3, which are right here. I'm also going to compare this one to those ones, especially quality wise, because these palettes have been some of my favorite palettes. I think the Anastasia team was super smart in doing these because these were amazing, like amazing. She came out with the purple one, which was #1, and no, purple is her favorite color if you do follow Norvina and the whole Anastasia train. And then these two came like right back to back, I believe. And I ended up buying like all 4 of them together. They're some of my absolute favorite palettes, like I said. If you look at a lot of my recent colorful looks on my Instagram, most of them are using one of these palettes. But we're not talking about those, but I will do a comparison towards the end. We're talking about this bad boy, which is her Volume 4. I'm trying to cover it. This is a big mirror in here. I don't want it to reflect off my ring light. So the colors in here are more similar to Volume 1, which is the purple one, which I'll kind of do right next to. I mean, similar. But as you can see, this one is definitely softer, more I feel like it's more girlier in a sense. I believe she said the play on this was her original Norvina palette. Like I said, if you're a big Anastasia lover, the smaller palettes like this one, she had her Norvina palette, which was purple, had a lot of pastel colors, had a lot of shimmers. So that's what this one does have. I can honestly say this one is not as vibrant as the other ones just off looking at it. It does have some bold colors, some bright colors, but it's not as the other 3 are. And what's different about those two, I took the little plastic thing off the mirror. This one does have the big mirror like all the other ones do. I love that about that. Right here, this one is E2 and E3. That's how she named all her colors. They're all labeled A through E and then 1 through 5 in every single palette. She said she just didn't want to name her colors. I guess I forgot when she said that why she didn't, but I remember before she dropped those palettes she was explaining why she didn't. It's just easier like this. Our pressed glitters, I have not swatched this palette. Another thing that stands out is that this green color is the only like green in the palette. Everything else is like neutrals, pinks, purples, very Norvina-ish vibe. Her campaigns are always super cute. I'll try to insert one. I'm still learning how to edit, so mark my words on it. But I'm actually going to swatch those two glitters. I didn't touch the palette at all. I wanted to do it. Okay, so interesting. So this one, oh, it's pretty. So this one right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if my camera's gonna focus, but this one is E2 and it has like blue and green reflexes. And then this one is E3. It's just a basic rose gold glitter. I personally don't really like pressed glitters. That's just a me thing. I like loose glitters, but this because of the texture of them, how they just in the palette, E2 does feel a lot better than E3 does. It is more pigmented and has a smoother texture. I can give you that one. But this one is more of a like an everyday palette compared to them. I really wanted to be basic, and when I was looking at the palette, and do something really neutral, do like the D5 and then the B3, maybe the D1 and like the B1, and be like very like neutral, but I decided not to. I am going to do something colorful. I'm going to do something pink and purple. I'm just going to do one eye on camera just so you guys can see my reaction on it. I'm not going to do a really full tutorial, but hopefully the quality of these ones are like the other ones. These ones are pressed pigment, which of course are going to be more pigmented because it's pigmented pressed and not a regular eyeshadow. And I know she was saying that pressed pigments are a little more difficult to use. So if you have a Norvina palette and you're like, this is not blending, I don't like it, that's the reason why. You just have to give them a little more love, a little less product, because these are very pigmented. Hopefully these stand to the other three because I love them, absolutely love them. But okay, we're gonna try it. So I'm actually gonna use the Anastasia eye primer. I already did like my brows and stuff off camera because, like I said, this one came out a lot further than the other ones did. So I don't know what the quality of, if this one is going to be the same. And even with things I'm doing colorful looks, I like to do my eyes first and then do my face and then do like the under eye and the lap finishing touches. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one eye, you guys see my reaction, do like the other eye, my face off camera, and then come back and do like my under smoke, any finishing touches, and then give like my final thing. But I have some of the primer on my hand. If you're someone who wanted to try this primer, which I do highly recommend, and you are like my color or deeper in complexion, I say still conceal your brows, which you conceal them with, and then just put the primer underneath it and kind of blend out with your finger. As you can tell, this is super super bright, but it does pick up on color well. I have used this on deeper skin clients. Sometimes I'll mix this in with a concealer closer to their color to lighten it up too and do that. But her eyeshadow primer, and I've tried this with other eyeshadow palettes, is actually one of my favorites. The P. Louise one is good as well. I have that one, but if you want something to make your colors go like pop, this is a good one. The color is kind of off-putting, but Jackie Aina also uses it. So if you are of deeper complexion, and you follow Jackie Aina, and she has used it, and she makes it work for her, and she's deeper in complexion than I am. So I don't know. I don't really touch pastels, so I'm kind of nervous. So we're gonna start off. So the first brush I'm gonna use, I'm probably gonna use a few brushes. I'm a very kind of detail oriented person, because there's a few colors that stick out to me. I know I want to use A2, which is a shimmer in it. I think it's beautiful. I actually swatched that for you guys. There's also a silver in here, which I don't like silver glitters, but that's, like I said, that's just a preference with me, especially because nothing else in here goes with silver because everything is so warm tone. I mean, there's some cool tones. Oh, that's so pretty. There's some cool tone browns, but that, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can see because I'm looking at my monitor and then my ring light is like really bright, so it kind of blinds me. But that, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. That is the A2 color and has like a blue reflex in it. So I think that's really pretty. So we're just gonna jump in. So the first color we're gonna do is C4, which is gonna be like a very pastel lavendery purple. And I'm really nervous about pastels because pastels don't show up on every skin tone. Even though I know I'm not that dark, I'm still dark enough to where not all pastels show on me, or they just don't look good on me. So fuck, let's do this. Oh, and like I said, this is a Morphe M139. That's what I'm gonna start off with. Okay, so far I like it. I don't know, I feel like it's more cool tone than I want. I don't know, it's purple, so I don't know why I'm asking for a warm tone pastel, but I feel like it's a good for transition. It is purple, it is vibrant. That's fine. We're gonna keep that up from there. I'm gonna, like I said, keep adding on colors, building on. Next I'm gonna use a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm gonna warm this purple up because they do make warm tone and cool tone purples. If you guys want to see a video on the difference between warm tone colors and cool tone colors, and how even they can be warmer versions of cool tone versions and warmer versions of cool tone colors and vice versa, let me know. I'm going with A3, which is a warmer, like of a pinkier purple. We're gonna just put that in that kind of like in the same direction, but I won't bring it as up. Oh, there we go. One thing I will say about these palettes is that they do have a lot of fallout, but that is because they're pressed pigment, so that's why you have to tap really lightly. So don't dig in there, because like I said, you get a lot of color. I kind of dipped in twice, and I don't know if you, like I said, I don't know what you guys can see because I am blind and this light is bright, but so far so good. I'm gonna kind of blend that out. Trying to do something I haven't done before, and then I'm going to go even with an even more tapered brush, and this is going to be an M507, and I'm going to go in with the hot pink in the palette. And I'm kind of nervous about using hot pinks because if you did not know, hot pinks do stain your eyes, so this is going to stain. So far the hot pink has been my favorite. It's been the most vibrant. I feel like I'm on a whole vibrant color. I'm going to just go back in with the A3 and just blend that out some. And I'm just going back in with the same brush I did the first transition color, just to like soften all those up. I like vibrant colors, so seeing this online, I wasn't as impressed as the other ones, but I was like, hey, you gotta try it. So now I'm gonna actually cut my crease. I'm gonna still use the primer, and I'm gonna cut my crease. This is the MAC brush. This is the 242 brush, my favorite brush. I'm gonna cut my crease, and then I'm gonna pack on my lid with that A2 color. Tip when doing this, after you cut your crease, don't rub the primer on. I'm gonna keep my eyes tilted down just so it doesn't move. Don't rub it in, pat the primer in, and also do that with your shimmers because you'll get a more pigmented shimmer. So always pat, 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 never rub. And if you're afraid of your shimmer gonna have a fallout, especially if you have something really glittery, tilt your brush upward, so have the tip of it going outward and it won't fall out. Oh, and for the shimmer, I used a Morphe M213. I have a couple of these. I love these for patting on shimmers. One thing I forgot to also mention about with her shimmers, not the loose, not the pressed glitters, because she doesn't have a lot of those, but in the shimmers in the palette, like the A2, like I said, they are pressed pigments. So if you press too hard, the glitters will kind of like lift. So just make sure you just be gentle, because like I said, you don't need a lot. But so far, I love this. Whoever's in the kitchen, can you get out of the kitchen? I'm filming. Thank you. I have to announce in my house when I'm filming, because my room's right next to the kitchen. But that's really pretty. I like that shimmer. I'm going to go back in with the A3 and E5 to just deepen that out. And I think, depending on how much depth that gives me, I might go in with the E4. I'll let you guys know. And I'm using the same brushes that I was using. So that did not give me that depth I want. That is the same brush. So I'm gonna go back in, because that is the same brush. Of this one is just not as used as much, with the M507, and I'm gonna go in the E4, which is like a more of a it's the burgundy color. It's the only color that's deep. It's the deepest color in the palette, and that will kind of go with what I'm doing right now, and just dip in, just add more depth just to the outer corner. With the other colors, I put more depth in the outer corner and put some in the crease a little bit, just to keep that warmth there, because it is really cool. But in this one, I'm just gonna hit that outer corner. Okay, this honestly wasn't as deep as I thought. I'm also going in super lightly with it, but it's doing what it needs to do. And I'm just gonna just take those and just make sure everything is blended out, adding no extra product to the brush. Okay, so far I'm fine with this. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and then my face, and then we're gonna do the lower lash line and like the finished touch in the inner corner, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about the palette. Okay guys, we are back. As you can see, I finished the rest of my face, put on the lip. I just did not do the under eye. I put on lashes and everything. So for the under eye, I'm gonna use this cream colored glide on liner from Sephora collection. They unfortunately don't make this color and this style of pencil anymore. Like, they still make a cream, just not in this one, and I actually prefer these better than the pencils. Or you could do like the jumbo sticks. The jumbo stick ones from Sephora collection are actually really nice as well. I believe the NYX has one. So yeah, now we're gonna smoke out the bottom lash line. Oh, and then across the top of my eyelid, I put this look liner from Fenty Beauty. The color is called Skinny Dip. It came in like the 3-pack she made, I think, during the summer. So we're gonna go in with, we're gonna do an ankle brush, and we're gonna go in with that A3 color and just kind of do almost all of it. I keep this little that tear duct area. I don't put anything there. I'm also making sure I blend the color into the top shadow so it all looks like continuous. And I'm going to take a tiny bit with the same brush of that E4 and just hit the outer area. And I'm going to take some mascara. Where is, oh, there it is, mascara. And I always put mascara on my bottom lashes. I feel like it just looks better on me per se. And then I'm going to do some of my inner corner, but instead of doing a shimmer, I'm actually going to take the neon green color, which is D2 in the palette. If you have the palette, you're going to know. If you don't, I'm letting you know the color. And I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm actually going to pop that in the inner corner instead of doing like a shimmer. I was thinking about doing like that glitter color but I was like, this is more fun. I actually might pop a little bit of that glitter on top just to, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that looks better than just doing the glitter. I feel like the glitter by itself wouldn't have picked up. And so now I'm going to just spray my face, and then I'm going to now it's time to let you guys know how I feel about the palette. Okay, this was a tough one for me because like I said, I love all the other NORVINA palettes. This one, I can honestly say, is not my favorite, and it's not my favorite because of the color story. The quality is still the same as our other ones. It's still, they feel great, they do their job. It's just, this color story does not speak to me as the other ones do. So like, this is 4. This is 3. This is 2. And then this is the original one, number 1. And just looking at it compared to like all the other ones, I feel like the only palette I honestly, because what's nice about the NORVINA palettes, oh excuse me, I was picking something up, I can kind of use them all together. Like I can use the purples and the blue, like I can use 1 and 2 to mesh the purples and the blues, and it also has like the pinks in it a little bit. I can use the pinks and the oranges and 1 and 3. I can use all the greens and 2 and 3. And I feel like with this one, I can only really use it with number 2. I mean, I can kind of use it with, I mean, number 1 with the purples because it's so purple pink. I can kind of, you know, with a little bit of the purple, do a little bit of the number 2, and then kind of do 3. But it's like, I feel like this palette isn't as versatile as her other ones are, and that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, color, this isn't just really the color story. I like the quality of it, like the shimmer, like that A2 shimmer is beautiful. Would I use this palette again? Yes, I would. Spend my money on it. I could find stuff to do with it, especially with I'm gonna try out the neutrals and do a look with those too. Probably won't film that look unless like I really like them, but it's my least favorite out of all of those. Would I buy it? Yeah, I mean, because I did buy it. I mean, yeah. It's not like the quality isn't bad. It's just the color story is not my favorite, and that's why I'm not the biggest fan of it, and that's literally the only reason why. So if you're looking for something in this color family, like soft pink, soft purples, kind of a little bit of pastel, a little bit of shimmer, a couple neutrals in there, and something good quality, go for it. But if you want big vibrant color, like poof, like this is color. This is color, but it's like, if you look at it compared to the other 2, and I feel like that is the problem. I mean, the other 3, it doesn't flow with the vibrantness. Because I know she said she's coming out with a series 2. What I wish she would have done, that would have been cool, because it would have been, I would probably have a different opinion on it if she just redid some of the I guess the OG palettes or the favorite palettes of just Anastasia, because this is her re-edition of her NORVINA palette. But if she did this in series 2 instead and made a newer version of Soft Glam and maybe Modern Renaissance with her NORVINA Flair, those would have made more sense. Because even like packaging wise, it doesn't like aesthetically flow with everything. It's just like when you look at it, because those ones are like bold colors. This one's just like a soft baby pink. Like I said, it's not a terrible palette. It's just, especially what I'm looking for and what I look for in palettes now, like I'm more into like colors and stuff like that. I feel like when I first got into makeup, like this probably would have been like my cup of tea. Very safe, very neutral. It's just, that's what it is, safe. It's safe, and I expect a lot from Norvina, because especially if I have her mini, I have like the mini ones, and her cherry one is, because it's blue and it's red, and those colors are not easily mixed together, and it's just, I don't know. I do like it, I just don't like it as much as the other ones. So I'm not saying this is a terrible palette, I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. But hopefully you guys like this review. I hope I kind of gave you guys some insight. Like I said, Norvina, her whatever Anastasia and Norvina is doing with the quality of these shadows are impeccable. It's just this color theory, I'm just sitting here just staring at it. It's just, it's not it for me. Especially, and it's a lot of cool tones, and I don't go for cool tones unless they're like in vibrant colors, like blues and purples. Like when I mean blues, like blues and purples, if you catch my drift. Like, I don't know, it just, it's very soft, and I feel like it speaks to me like her original Norvina palette did, and is very, you know, I guess one skin toned, if you catch my drift, because that lavender purple, beautiful in the palette, beautiful. I did not like the way it pulled on me, maybe because I'm a warmer skin tone. I don't know if it's because I'm a darker skin tone, but usually I don't like those colors on me, but I wanted to give it a try. But like I said, the pinks are nice, the shimmers are nice. It's just not my cup of tea. So like I said, hopefully this was a good video for you guys. Next will be definitely be my brows. It was going to be up before this, but I did a poll on Instagram and people wanted this one first. So after that, we'll do brows, because everyone keeps asking me for my brows. So I'm going to teach y'all. Let me just clean them up first too, because they're kind of grossy. So yeah, so thank you for watching. If you have any requests on things you want to see, or if you see palettes that are coming out and you want to review on them, let me know so I can spend my coin before you do. Because even if I spend my coin and don't like them, I can always give them away to people. So yeah. Thanks guys. Make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell. Love you.